Cross of Hope. Say hi, friends. You say it louder. Say hi, Cross of Hope. Hi, friends. Okay, get out of here. Addison's going to go back downstairs to her studies. It's good to be together here this morning as we gather for morning prayer and devotions. The King singing their How Great Thou Art. I think of Don Kretzinger, who shares a love of music from that era and meaning to him on his journey. And also Glenna Meneely here offers this devotion on 1 Samuel 15, 10 through 21. I hope that you got a chance to read it here before 9. If not, feel free to read it after here. He titles his devotion, I Did It My Way, which at first made me think of another musical icon. But Dwayne, or Glenna rather, threw a curveball for me. Verse 19 here, verse 19 from 1 Samuel 15. Why then did you not obey the voice of the Lord? Once God delivered the Israelites to the promised land, Glenna writes, they began to clamor for an earthly king. God reluctantly relented. God chose Saul from the tribe of Benjamin. He was handsome and, quote, stood head and shoulders above the rest, end quote. Samuel anointed Saul and was appointed to be his mentor. God blessed Saul with a new heart. Saul set out to be a good king, obedient to God. Under God's protection, Saul was triumphant on many battlefields. Along the way, Saul began to amend God's command and work things to his own advantage. When he got caught, he blamed others. Samuel repeatedly brought Saul to task for those weaknesses. Finally, God rejected Saul. His 20-plus reign came to a sorry end. American pop culture anointed a king in the 1950s, Glenna writes. Blessed with a fantastic voice and good looks, Elvis Presley was a sensation, performing blues, rock, and more for over 20 years. Given his epic career, it is interesting that Elvis won just 3 Grammys. 2 versions of How Great Thou Art and You Touched Me, both gospel songs. Friends remember Elvis's tender heart and his fervent search for spiritual truth. Elvis acknowledged his struggle to know God amid fame and temptations. In the early 70s, I saw Elvis perform at Albuquerque's Tingley Coliseum. By then, he'd gained weight and looked haggard. But when Elvis took the stage, he gave the music and his fans his all for 2 hours. I recall thinking, now I know what charisma is. Over the next few years, Elvis's self-destructive tendencies took a toll. The king of rock and roll was dead at 42. Glenna invites us to pray with her this morning. Lord, forgive me when pride and desire lead me away from your will. And then as we journey into a time of prayer this morning and this day, Glenna invites our prayer concerns for God to transform our hearts through God's grace. Friends, our journey here continues. I wish God's blessing for you this day. Just a reminder, we'll be worshiping here on our Facebook page at 9 o'clock on Sunday. We'll then put that right away onto our Cross of Hope YouTube channel, which might be more easily accessible to those who might not do Facebook. And so that will be up. Soon, right thereafter. And so if you want to if you know folks are going to get up later in the day or don't have Facebook, just let them know to look for that soon thereafter. To cross YouTube /cross. Laura's trying to tell me what the YouTube channel is. I don't know what it is right now. So Cross of Hope Church and Schools. Just that. So you go to YouTube and you search Cross of Hope Church and Schools.
Yes, Daddy.
Thank you, Addison. Thanks to Laura and to John McLean for getting that set up. We're using it for our school ministry as well here. Yes, created little monsters now here. And so we'll look forward to worshiping together at 9. Here's Benny. Say hi, Benny.
Hi.
He's taking a break from his studies this morning.
Hello.
All right, very good. Also, Adele had asked me this on Saturday as we gathered the care team, who will be finishing making their calls today. My favorite penguin. This is the yellow-eyed penguin. It's from our trip to New Zealand. We took this picture when we were in New Zealand back in. It has a yellow eye. Our early days without kids. And so that's probably my favorite. Went to the South Island of New Zealand just to see those penguins. We got to see some blue-eyed penguins as well. So just fascinating in their natural habitat. Much like you'll find these penguin videos. Kathy Gorman shared a penguin video with me yesterday of, they're all these zoos and aquariums are letting their penguins just roam free, and they're going down 2 flights of stairs. So you can probably search for that too in your time here today. I want to invite you into Sabbath rest as well, and considering a day of Sabbath, a day just to take a break from probably now, for me, it'll be all of this news that, again, continues to change, and it feels every 10 minutes. So tomorrow is Friday, and that's normally my day off. So I'm not going to come and do devotions, but Mr. Richard will come to you at 9 o'clock in this same place on Facebook page, our Facebook page, to do morning devotions. So our time connecting together continues. So find him there tomorrow, and then maybe find a day, whether it's tomorrow with me or Saturday or Sunday with worship, and just take a Sabbath day where you don't, where you just rest from any kind of work and any kind of distraction, and rest. Read something that you enjoy. Go. That's hard to do now. I go for a hike if we're still able to go for a hike. And spend time just caring for yourself. And I'm going to do that tomorrow and invite you to join me at some point here this weekend. I recorded an evening prayer last evening. Generally, we meet for worship in the evening on Wednesday. And so my soul was itching just to offer some prayer with you, and so I took a while to get the kids to bed, so we got it up late, but you can find that and use that any evening just for quiet kind of meditative time at the end of your day if you would like. Again, we're just trying to offer tools and ways that we can be prayerful, faithful, as we know God is faithful, to live in God's peace here in the midst of these days. And we'll look forward to continuing in devotion, me with you Saturday, connecting with Mr. Richard tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'll be tuning in my pajamas, and looking forward to him offering that as well. So friends, blessings this day, and we'll see you soon.